everyone. I thought I would jump on this afternoon why I enjoy a cup of coffee and chat about the day yesterday. Um, so first of all, thank you everyone for the amazing support and those on the sideline or in the race yesterday that I knew that were yelling out to me was absolutely incredible, and I think that makes all the difference. So if you ever have someone that you know that is racing, just get down there and give them a shout because it definitely helps with motivation in that moment because they're probably feeling a lot of pain. So I've set myself some questions because I find when I jump on here, I just chat about absolutely anything and I go off on my tangent. So if I set myself some questions, then I seem to go by plan. So what was I feeling the morning of the race? Very nervous. I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning. Had my breakfast, had a coffee, had my carbs and electrolyte drink. Like everything was going really well, but yeah, like the nerves were pretty high. But running for me is never like I'd much rather run 4 hours than go do a presentation. So, and I had a presentation the next day for uni today, and I would much rather go do the marathon. Like I'd probably run a marathon. Actually, no, I wouldn't run a marathon the next day, but you know what I mean. That was how I felt. So nerves were high, but kind of excited at the same time. And it was such an incredible morning. If you're down there, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. Like perfect conditions, absolutely perfect conditions. So yeah, nervous, but we got to park really well. So we were there like 45 minutes before. And then, yeah, I just kind of stretched, got to feel the place, and yeah, it was just good vibes, and my partner was there with me while I warmed up. So it was nice to just have him there and chat before I started. What was my plan going into it? Yeah, so obviously it was sub 4 because I got like 4 hours 30 or something in my last marathon. So sub 4 was the plan. I did think I was invincible and could maybe get 350. But yeah, so that was the plan. So I was going to do the first little bit, like the first couple of Ks, like quite slow, like 6K pace. And then I was planning to catch up with the 4 hour paces. And then by 10 kilometers, 10, 12 kilometers, I was going to go out from there and run about 5:20 and then kind of go into negative. So that was the plan. Mindset obviously was to be strong, super focused, which I was. I was so focused in the first like 27 kilometers. Like I was having the time of my life. Like I felt incredible. And then I put my earphones in for some reason because I thought, okay, like I feel good. Maybe if I put some earphones in, put some music in, some hype up, that I'll feel even better and I could run faster. But I just took my focus away from my running. Hey, like I feel like I couldn't hear my feet on the ground anymore. The half marathoners were coming up. They were running real quick, so it almost made you feel really slow. Just that feeling of like I felt I just lost control, and as soon as you lose control, it's very, very hard to get it back. So yeah, at about 30 kilometers, just before I went into my last lap, I broke down. Lucky my partner was there, and he insisted that I kept going. He was like, "You have to." He's like, "I'm not taking it for an answer. You have to keep going." I was like, "I can't. Like, I'm done. Like, I can't take it anymore." And this is how strong your thoughts are, because I was so positive, I was running so well, and then the next minute it was like I was just in another world, like I was another person, because I just started thinking like, I don't think I can hold this pace. My knee feels off, like my breathing feels off, like I'm not in rhythm. I don't think I'm going to have to hold this pace. If I can't hold this pace, then what's the point? So these were these negative thoughts that were going through my head, and that's what made me just think, I'm done, I'm out. And then once I saw him, I kept going. He was like, if you have to walk, walk, but you're finishing it. Tough love. And then I kept going, and then I remember like about 200 meters up before I was about to go into my final lap, there was like this little tiny section where I could get in through the crowd and just go lay on the ground under some trees. And it was like this split second decision of being like, I've got to keep going. And I did. And I ended up running like a 5:45 pace for most of the rest of it. So yeah, it was it was an interesting last lap, but I'm super proud that I kept pushing through. And yeah, I can't even, I was like in tears when I wanted to quit. So your body has a lot more in it than you will think. And yeah, you just got to keep pushing and hope for the best, no matter how fast or slow you go. I reckon just get past that finish line, and you should be proud either way of what pace you get, because finishing is the most important thing, and you prove something to yourself for sure. Oh, so when did it feel hard? I've already kind of answered that to you. Yeah, about 28 kilometers around, roughly. I can't even tell you exactly what started feeling hard. I think it was just my negative thoughts that just took over. Like I just couldn't get back into rhythm. And I was like, I just feel like crap. Like I can't. So between like 27 to about 34, it was an absolute push, like mentally. And then once I kind of got to like 36K, I was like, yeah, I'll be all right. Like I'm going to finish this. So it was just turn those legs over. Did anything unexpected happen? Not really. I didn't expect to break down that soon. But compared to my first marathon, I walked a lot in the last like 8 kilometers. Like I was not in a good way. And to think that I didn't walk any of it, I didn't walk any of this marathon. I just kept running. So yeah, that was massive. But no, nothing really unexpected happened. The day was really smooth. Like the course was amazing, and everyone, kept to their side and looked after one another. So yeah, it was incredible. What was going through my head in the final stages? Well, it depends what the final stages are. Yeah, it's hard. I think the final stages were a lot easier than like the start of the last lap. Once you get up to like 38K, you're like, yeah, this is easy. You're like, I can run another 4 or 5K. Like, this is fine. So yeah, I felt pretty strong in the last bit. I knew I was finishing. I knew my body could put up with it. So, and I was pretty proud that I kept pushing. So I was in a pretty good place in the last stages of it all. But yeah, amazing day. That's just race day. I think I'll talk about like my prep and the struggles during my prep and the outcome and thoughts on it all, really, and let you all in on the amazing journey running is. But for now, good afternoon, and I hope you all have a beautiful evening.